In the next few years, the number of things connected to the internet will surpass 30 billion. The Internet of Things is growing, and for that reason, offices are becoming crime scenes, where every IoT device is a potential suspect. Where will the next intrusion come from? Through what IoT device? A security camera? A smart TV? A piece of medical equipment? It could even come from something as innocuous as a light bulb. Here, check this out. Or this man's pacemaker.
I don't have a pacemaker.
You don't have a pacemaker yet. IoT devices are usually designed to be cheap and simple, not necessarily secure. That's why I'm here today to talk to Sean about security.
So we actually know what the solution is. It's network segmentation. It's the idea of isolating certain groups of users and devices away from other groups of users and devices. There's many new devices coming in that we've never even seen before. So how do I keep them separated? The problem is it's really, really complex. You have to do lots of manual configuration, complex IP addressing, VLANs, VRFs. If you mess it up, you could actually lose your job.
Right, so what's the solution?
Imagine being able to just express what you want, what your intent is, and then being able to automate that, being able to type in some basic things, press save, and then it gets programmed to your routers, your switches, your wireless LAN controllers, all in one simple tool. For example, I don't want these IoT cameras to be able to talk to the credit card system without having to worry about, this IP address talking to that IP address. Say goodbye to carving VLANs, complex IP subnetting, and just endless access control rules.
All right, I'd love to. That sounds good, but I have to see how this works.
Sure. The solution is called software-defined access, and it runs on Cisco Campus Fabric, and then it's automated through this new tool, DNA Center. So first, you can create separate virtual networks, such as IoT, and then you put your users and devices into these. Then you can define different policies, in this case to block traffic to the credit card systems. Just click on save, and that's it. It's super simple compared to the traditional way. The traditional way that we built networks was based on the assumption that an IP address equaled both its identity and its location. To create a security policy, I would actually have to build a complex address-based system and then build security policies based on address. And we're changing this by breaking the dependencies between your identity, IP address, and the location. Just like your mobile phone number is not actually attached to where you are right now, it's attached to your identity.
That sounds like a big change. How are you implementing that?
To build Campus Fabric, we're using 3 basic technologies. The first one is called Location Identity Separation Protocol, or LISP. And just like the name sounds, it's to decouple your identity with where you're currently located. When a device first comes in the network, let's say you're logging in, then I'll register where your IP address is currently located into a central database, like an address book. This greatly simplifies all of the IP addressing, and it actually means that I can have one single IP subnet across the entire network. Which brings me to my second piece, which is Cisco TrustSec. Now, Cisco TrustSec takes it a step further, and it wants to decouple your identity from the actual address of the machine. Whenever a device, like an IoT device, logs in, I'll give them a unique identity tag. And I'll put that identity tag on every single packet that travels through the network, so that when I'm building a security policy, I don't actually care about their address. I'm only building the policy based on that ID tag.
Lisp and TrustSec, these have been around for a while. What's new?
Yeah, that's true, but this is the first and only solution that actually combines all that together. Which brings me to my third point. It's a technology called Virtual Extensible LAN, or VXLAN. And VXLAN actually glues Lisp and TrustSec together. It builds a special IP frame, and because it's an extra outside IP packet, I'm able to travel across your existing network without ever actually changing anything.
Okay, so this is a fundamental change. Like, how does one get started?
Well, you can actually start out small. So maybe you want to do it in your lab, or you want to do it in a small location like a branch office. Because of VXLAN encapsulation, I can actually run over your existing network. So you can just slowly build out the environment until the entire network becomes a fabric.
But to start using this, do you have to buy new hardware?
The good news is no. All of the latest generation of hardware that we've been shipping already support Lisp and VXLAN encapsulation. This is a huge advantage for customers when they're looking to finally get into IoT and mobility and cloud. We're actually reinventing networking with this.
It's like you're able to keep crimes from happening before they even begin.
Yeah.
If I wanted to take advantage of your pacemaker, I couldn't with this.
I don't have a pacemaker.
All right, agree to disagree. Sean, thank you so much.
Likewise.